veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.
Hello traders, and welcome to a new live backtesting session. Today I decided to backtest the US30 strategy in the month of March. So with no more further ado, I will start the backtesting, and I would like to show you today some refinements that I added to the strategy. Also, for those who didn't see the second video regarding the strategy. You can check it on the channel. When I first started to the strategy, I used to have here the 20 EMA and the 50. But after some backtesting sessions, I decided to just amend those EMAs, and now I am using the 13 and the 21 EMA. Hi Simon, yes, we are live. Now that I told you the amendments for this strategy, see what do we actually have here. And I'm going to backtest only the periods that I am currently trading in the real market, meaning the European and the New York sessions. So now do we have here? Alright, so first of all, as you can see, there is some really nice momentum to the downside. And as you may have seen in the second video of mine, now I am not entering trades only when we have retouches into the EMAs, but we are also taking into consideration this kind of entries here when the cross to the downside was just made, and there is some really nice momentum to the downside. So we are going to just set a short position right here. Alright, and regarding the stop loss, again we are going to use a maximum 50 points stop loss. So let's see how our position will play out here. Unfortunately, I can see here that we have a level that may not be broken, but yes, this is our first trade, and unfortunately was a loss. It was some kind of borderline trade, because first of all, as I previously told you, you have to take into consideration price action when you are trading this strategy. So here we got this really clear zone. Also, you can see that the EMAs are not really nicely to the upside or to the downside. They are almost flat here. So this is the kind of example that we can avoid in the real market. All right. So regarding this trade here, I was waiting, yes, for the second candle for the confirmation. But even if you would trade after the first candle that broke the EMAs, this would be, of course, a losing trade, because yeah, I understand. So I was waiting for this confirmation here, because prefer to enter later trade and I don't know, to just enter in a fake out. But as you can see here, again, I didn't pay out really much attention to this zone here, and this is why this losing trade. We are going also to market here, and after that we are going to see final results. All right. So now I would like to just avoid this zone here. But as you can see here, we have another nice cross, this time to the upside. You can see here that the smaller EMA is just crossed to the upside, and I really like how this can. So we are going to take another trade. And as I previously told you, the maximum stop loss will be points. This time here, the 50 points would be just too much, so just can amend your stop loss every time you can, because in this way you will just improve your risk to reward ratio. Alright, so first of all, our trade hit already the 1-to-1, so from this moment we are going to set our stop loss to break even. More than that, I can see here that on the previous I marked here -1%. Actually, what I really recommend you when you are using this strategy is to put only 0.5% risk per trade. So I'm going to amend this here now, because if you saw my previous video regarding the updates on the My Forex Funds account, the 1% risk per not so for your account, because there might be days when may have some losses in a row, and you can easily reach the maximum drawdown. And also you have to pay attention again to the price action. You are not so in that, or you don't want to pay attention to price action, as I did here in this here, you expose yourself to a lot of fake outs, and that's why I strongly recommend you to use 0.5% when trading this strategy. Alright, we can see here that this level here was nicely broken, but I would like to see the next candle in order to amend the stop loss for our position. Alright, so the position finally got to 1.721, but now we are going to set our stop loss only at 0.521 in order to just give this market a buffer, because as you can see, there is an important level that if is going to be broken, we are going to be in a really nice long position, and we just have to give some buffer to the market. But unfortunately, we can see here that market finds some resistance in this zone. So there are two approaches here. You can just first stop loss where I just set it right here, or you can manually close your position if your price action analysis tells you that the price will reverse from this level. But for the sake of this backtesting and for the sake of the way I like to use this strategy, I will leave the stop loss right here. And as I expected, after some ranging period right here, the price nicely broke this level, and currently our position is running at 4.521, and I would like to see some more levels here. All right, so as you can see here, the price a previous zone, and also as you can see, covered this imbalance zone. So I would definitely set my take profit right here, somewhere around 421, because I can see that the price corrected the imbalance, and I would like to take the profit right now, because I'm not sure if the price can sustain its upward momentum after hitting this level. So this is a 4-to-1 position. Actually, it was not stop loss, but now it was. So this is 4-to-1 position. Someone asks, the day is this breakout? This breakout is at 9 a.m. Eastern European time, but now I just make an amendment here in order for you to also see the time. So 9 a.m. Eastern European time, and for this position here, for this 4-to-1, using the 0.5% risk per trade, we would take a plus 2% for this. I will mark it right here. Now let's go to the next entry point, and as you can see here, the price could be sustained to the upside after hitting that level there. So that was this is why I constantly repeat the fact that we have to pay attention to price action, because if you are not doing so, you may just use your risk reward ratio. All right, now I can see here was some this rejection from the 21 EMA, but I would like to see one more confirmation in order to take a position here. Alright, so after this candle we are going to open another trade. In the real market I am trying to avoid this time of kind of trades, because as you can see, Eastern European time, this is like 8 AM London session. So this is basically the time when the London markets are opening. Actually the pre-market is opening, so I am trying to avoid the periods because I can see a lot of volatility. But for the sake of backtesting, we are going to take this trade here. All right, so maybe, yeah, no, the one-to-one was not hit yet, so we are still in the trade, and unfortunately this was a loss. And this is what I am talking about. I am trying to avoid this kind of trades in the market openings. I also never trade in the US market opening with this strategy, because most of the times what is happening with the markets, there is a lot of volatility, and I prefer to wait for an established trend after some period of the market opening. All right, as you can see here, I just scrolled a little bit too fast. After this candle here, after the second candle that retouch in the cross downside, I would take another trade, because now after some like 30 minutes of market opening, I can see that the trends may be already some kind of established, and we can take this trade easily right here. All right, we are going to set the one-to-one here in order to know when our stop loss is on break even, and of course now we can move our stop loss to break even. And let's scroll a little in order to see what should be our levels for the target. All right, so first of all, we can see here a level that may be a problem for our trend. All right, so for the moment our stop loss is still on the break even, and now I would like to see how the price will react on this level, because if it will break it impulsively, you can see here that we have a really nice zone that may be filled up. All right, so I can see now that the price broke this level, so for the moment we are going to move our stop above this zone. Is somewhere about 1 right here for our position, right? And the price is continuing to downside. Now we are going to set our take profit at the bottom of this imbalance here, which is candle right here of 7.521. All right, we are going to just set it at 7 to 1, because I'm not really sure where the price will try to fill the liquidity, and the 7 to 1 is fine. All right, and as I told you, I'm not sure where the price will just fill the liquidity, and the price starts to reverse, so we have to just amend our stop loss, take some profit from our position. And I would like to see one more candle in order to have a clear image of the trend. Now we are going to just set our take profit above this zone here. The price will try to make another higher here, a higher high. It's a clear sign that the price is trying to reverse, and is not so much more impulsive to the downside. All right, but finally our target will be set on that zone at 7 to 1, but unfortunately the next candle here got us out, and we've got a 4 to 1 position here, so another +2%, again +2%, because we are using a 0.5 to 1 risk to reward ratio. a 0.5% risk, I'm sorry. All right, add it right here, and we are going to count them at the end of this backtest. Right, so as you can see, already have 4 trades in one day. I amended here also the loss because as I told you, it's a 0.5 to 1, a 0.5% risk per trade. All right, and as you can see here, the price formed here is double top, and also the price was rejected from the EMA. So we are going to just set another short position right here, the stop loss of 50 points, and let's see how our position will play out. So first of all, already a 1-to-1 was, and I think that now the price is trying to finally fill up this gap here formed by this imbalanced creep. So we are just going to set our take profit time somewhere around this bottom. One should be fine for our position. All right, so now we are going to scroll candles, but as you can see here, we are out with a break even, which is fine. This happens. All right, I would like to confirm if live streaming is fine, because sometimes we have some lagging issues. So if please write in the comments in order for me to try to improve. All right, now as you can see here, the price started to find some support right here. So now I expect for the price to, after down here, to try to reverse, but let's actually what the price action will tell us. All right, price is struggling to break this level here, but unfortunately it keeps staying, and now the next candle just pushed to the upside and is trying to make this trend shift that I'm talking about. All right, so after this candle, this is again a borderline trade, because as you can see here, the time is just on the beginning of the US session, and in the real market I try to avoid these trades because there is a lot of volatility. I will take this trade right here for the sake of the backtesting, but again you have to just set some rules for your trading style when you are trading different market and different market conditions. And as I told you, I am trying to just avoid the market openings due to the high volatility time. This is a good so first of all, the 1-to-1 was here, and our stop already on the break even, and now we have to just follow the price in order to trail our stop loss. But unfortunately, as I told you, the US market opening is bringing us some huge volatility, and we most of the times do not have a clear established trend when the market is opening, and that's why I'm trying to avoid this. But fortunately, this trade was closed on break even, so it's just fine. And now we are going to scroll next. All right, some candles and no clear and no established trend for the moment. And this is what is happening in the US market opening. Finally, as you can see here, this level is broken, but I would like to take a short position here as soon as the price will make another retouch into the EMAs. Otherwise, I would like to see how the price will react on this level because this may be just a out. But finally the price was established nicely to the downside, and see if we are going to take a trade here. Alright, the price is continuing to go to the downside without giving us any clear signal to open a sell position. Now after this candle we are going to finally open a short, because candles made the retouch into the small EMAs, into the higher EMA, into the alright, and again the stop loss will be maximum 50 points for this strategy here, and the next candle just hit the 1-to-1, so again we are going to set our stop loss on the level, and let's see what do we actually have here, if the price will downside or it will just range in this zone here. Alright, I can see here, guys, that there is a problem with the audio, so if there is any lag here, please write me in order to try to fix this problem. Alright, so this position again was closed, break even, and the day is over because it's already nighttime. And let's see what do we have here in this day. So we've got 2 wins and 2 losses, and an overall of plus 3% on the account for this day. It's quite good for us. Alright, and now I'm going to just scroll. Alright, so you are telling me that there is a problem with the voice slightly coming and going. Yes, I can see the same error right here in the studio, and I will try to just fix this. So I will wait a second here. I will try to just fix this issue here. All right. So I think now now the stream will be better. And now I am going to just scroll to the next morning in order to see what the next day will be us. And it's quite fine where we are now. So again, it's 8 in the morning, and now we can see here that the price is some kind of stuck in this range here. So we are going to wait for another candle here in order to confirm us what is going on with the price. All right, and finally I can see here that the price is trying again to break this this level, this zone here. All right, and unfortunately we were not involved in this trade. This was a borderline trade again. You may have been involved in this trade here, and should be a really great one, but I really prefer for the price to be in a trending zone, not in a ranging zone, because you can see a lot of fake outs in ranges. So I try to just stay away from that kind of price action. All right, so after this candle here we are going to open another sell position, and let's see what do we actually have here. Again, this is a trade opened in the beginning of the London session, so we expect for this kind of price action and this kind of volatility. So this was a loss, and this was again one of those facts that I was telling you that I am trying to avoid this kind of entries on the market openings, because sometimes you may have neither volatility or a lot of ranges or trend shifts, and you don't want to be involved in this kind of market conditions. All right, we can see here that due to the high volatility, there is a gap between the candles, and see what do we have next. All right, so for the moment the price is forming another range here, and I will wait for the price to just take a clear direction. All right, if you are asking why I was not taking a trade right here, this is because of this huge wick. I never take trades even if the cross was correctly made and the price was rejected from the EMAs, because as you can see here, this huge wick was coming from this level here. So I am trying to avoid this kind of huge selling pressure. All right, but now if we are going to get another nice bullish momentum to the upside, we are going to take another buy position. All right, so after this candle here, we are going to take the buy position, and let's just amend the stop loss. Okay, we are in the position, and we are stuck in another range here, but finally I think the one-to-one was hit, and our stop loss is now on the break even. All right, and the stop loss was hit now, so our position was closed to break even, but it's better this way, because as you can see here, the price is forming another huge range right here. So all right, so Alex was texting me now in order to just amend some things with our microphone, and now I think the stream will be better. Okay, so we are going to continue the backtesting session, and we are actually going to open a sell position right here, because as you can see here, the momentum is really nice to the downside. And let's just amend the stop loss, and let's see what do we have here. Unfortunately, this was only a fake out, and we've got another loss here, but this is again not a problem, because we know that this strategy is working really well in the trending conditions, and we are going to cover all these two losses in a really nice trade after we have a nice established trend here. All right, and as you can see here, the price is trying again to break this level, and this should be another borderline trade. You can take another sell position here, but if you do that, you are just expecting for the price to break this level without any other confirmation, because we can see here that the price is still forming some wicks right here that are showing us that the price may not be sustained to the downside, but let's see. Actually, the next candle here is a confirmation finally that we can get a sell position here, and you can see that this short signal is made exactly on the US market opening, so we may expect again some volatility in the price. All right, let's see if this week didn't hit the one-to-one. No, the one-to-one was not yet hit, and this is another loss. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this kind of days, and this is why you have to use only 0.5% risk per trade using this strategy, and not only this strategy, because you may have this kind of days when you just get a lot of fake out signals, and you just keep your account well if you are using only 0.5% risk per trade. And now I can see here another typical US market opening session, and another US market typical volatility. So you can see here that we cannot understand anything from the price because there is a huge range to the both sides, but finally I can see that the price may be established to the upside. But I would really like to see some previous levels here in order to see where the price is trying to reach. And I can see here that the price may try to just find this level here. So after this candle we are going to open a buy position. You can see that the retouch into the EMAs was clearly made, and the stop loss will be really tiny here, but we have to always amend the stop loss this way, because otherwise if you are going to just trail your stop loss below the EMAs, you are going to decrease your risk to reward ratio. And also if the trend is established in a direction, this stop loss will be just enough, but not this time. So we've got another loss here. I'm going to just take it in this zone. Okay, another messy price action right here, and the price finally tried to reach the higher zone here. All right, another thing that I really like regarding the US30 strategy is the fact that sometimes after somewhere around 1 p.m. New York time, you can have some really nice established trend as we've got here, but unfortunately we didn't get any entries this day. So we are going to scroll until the next one. All right, so it's almost morning time. Okay, and this will be also our first trade for today. Above the closing of this candle, we are going to open a buy position, because we can see here a really nice bullish momentum to the upside, and the stop loss for this position will be just really tiny, somewhere around 30 points. All right, and the price was ranging in this zone and finally hit the 1-to-1 level. So now our stop loss is on break even, and this candle here just closed our position on break even. And as you can see here, we have created here a zone of an ascending zone, and we expect for the price to just break to the downside after some ranging period, because this is the market behavior. And after this kind of market conditions, the price is tending to just go to the downside. But let's see what do we actually have here. All right, I can see here that the price started to form a double top in this zone. This is another sign of probable reversal. Another top formed here, and after this candle, or maybe just after this candle, it's up to your risk analysis, you can just open a short position, and this time the stop loss will be 50 points. Okay, and let's see if the 1-to-1 was hit. Unfortunately, the 1-to-1 was not hit yet. All right, and this is the candle of the London session opening. All right, which got us out with minus 0.5% for this trade here. All right, and let's see what do we have next. I can see that the price is trying again to push to the upside, but we still have this zone here that may be again resistance zone for our price. And as you can see, the price was again rejected from that zone, and after this candle we are going to open another short position, this time with the stop loss of 40 points in order to just cover the EMAs. All right, and the next candle hit the 1-to-1. So from this moment we have no more risk on the table, and let's just scroll a little bit in order to see which should be the level of our target, or also we can just move to the higher time frame period in order to see where should be our level of target. And I can see here that the price may reach this level, and it actually reached this level, and from this moment I would actually recommend you to close your position as it is 1.5 to 1, and I would close this one because I can see that overall the price, I will show you now the higher time frame. Let me just make a clear picture here. The price was going nicely to the upside in the last period, and I can see for the moment a reversal sign. So this is why I would like to just take the profit in this zone, because the price may go again to the upside. Otherwise we are going to wait just for another entry, and it should be just fine. So for this position we've got plus 0.75%. All right, and as I expected, the price was rejected from this zone here. So now we are going to wait for the price to make another clear established trend. I would like for the price to break impulsively this zone here in order to be interested into another sell position, but unfortunately for the moment the price was just ranging in this zone. All right, now I would take this sell here after this candle, because even if the price didn't yet broke this level, I can see here that there is a lot of pressure from the upside, and I can expect for the price to just break this level and continue its move to the downside. So now we are going to just set our stop loss, and let's see what will happen next. But unfortunately I can see that this level here is still holding, so we are going to add another minus 0.5% here. All right, and let's go next and see what the price is going to do. For the moment the price is still ranging in this zone. Actually in this box here we have a clear established top and bottom. So let's see how the price will react. All right, I would like to see a clear break of this level, and the US market opening is trying to establish a trend, but let's see what is going to actually happen. And finally, yes, the US market session started with the breaking of that previous level there. And we are going to wait for an entry, if any, but I can see a trend shift here. And after this candle, we are going to open a sell position. All right. And as you can see here, the volatility of the US market opening just got us out again. So this is, I think, the fifth example just today of the US market opening and of its volatility. And this is why I am not trading in the real market this kind of market conditions, even if you can see here that the US market opening bring us some really nice momentum. Prior giving us this momentum, we are involved in huge volatility zones, and I try to just avoid them. All right, now let's see what do we have here. So first of all, the price finds some resistance here, and finally, after this ascending channel, the price is trying to break to the downside, but the next candle was just a US30 specific candle, which was just random and just not accordingly to the real market conditions, because you can see here that the price was forming just an ascending zone here, and after that was pushing to the upside. And this is not so usual when you are trading forex pairs, for example, but we are not trading forex pairs now, so we can expect this kind of behavior of the US market. All right, after this candle here, we are going to open another buy position with a stop level of 50 points, which should be just below this level here, which is quite fine. But I can see that the price is not in our direction at all in this week. So the price finally started to go to the downside, and we are going to mark the loss here and to open another position after this candle. This time it will be a short position, because as you can see here, the price couldn't be sustained anymore to the upside, and after this ascending level here, we can see that the price broke to the downside. And let's see what do we have here. So first of all, the 1-to-1 was hit, and now we are going to target the bottom of this level here. A 3-to-1 should be just fine for our position, because as you can see here, it's almost midnight, and we wouldn't want to be involved in the market in the spread hour section. But unfortunately, this candle would get us out with a break-even position, but you can manage your position accordingly to what I presented in my previous video. So as soon as one position got to 2.5 to 1, you can move your stop loss accordingly to some levels, or you can move your stop loss at 1-to-1 and trail your stop loss with a 1.5 to 1 difference between the current running position 2.5 and the actual stop loss, which may be at 1-to-1. All right, let's go to the next day here. And this is the next morning, which brings us another entry signal. So you can see here that the EMAs are crossing to the upside, and the price is nicely trying to push to the upside with these nice bullish momentum candles. So this should be our position with 50 points stop loss. All right. We can see here that for the moment we were involved into a ranging zone, but finally our position hit the one-to-one. So from this moment our stop loss is on break even, and now you can target this zone here, this liquidity zone formed here, or you may just wait for the price a bit in order to see if there will be enough bullish momentum in order to break this level. All right, so first of all, the position got to 2.5 to 1, so now our stop loss should be at 1 to 1 if you are using the 1.5 to 1 trailing rule. All right. And let's see what do we have next. Unfortunately, this candle actually it didn't get us out yet. We are still in the position, and now our position is running at 3.5 to 1. So from this moment we are going to trail our stop loss at 2 to 1. And let's see where the market is trying to go, but the next candle got us out. So we've got a 2 to 1 for this position, and this means that we've got a plus 1% with a 0.5% risk per trade. All right. And let's see what do we have next. So finally, I can see that the price just made a fake out here. It tried to break this level, but finally it couldn't be sustained to the upside, and it constantly finds resistance in this zone here. And this might be a sign of a trend shift, but actually no, the next candle just broke the level, and we are going to open another position above this huge candle here. This signifies as a really nice momentum to the upside, and it closed above this zone mark here. All right, let me just set the stop loss and see what this position will play out. Maybe the price is trying to feel this imbalance formed here. You can see that the price was going too impulsively to the downside, and the market is trying to correct this period here. But unfortunately no, this was another fake out, and this is a loss of 0.5%. all right. You have to expect for this kind of moves on the US30 pairs, because on the US30, because I can see here that sometimes US30 is so similar to the gold moves. So if you are trading gold, you may know how you may know this behavior of the market. All right. After this candle here, we are going to open another short position, because we can see a nice rejection from the EMAs. Okay. But you can see that the price again was rejected from a zone that previously held, and in the last period actually the price gave us some signs that the price is trying to reverse from this zone, but we just got this trade, and we are out now. All right. I can see now that the price is trying to just reverse, and after this nice bullish candle here, we are going to open a buy position. All right, and let's see what do we have next, but unfortunately the next candle just got us out again, because we just do not have any clear established trend, and this is what happens when we are trying to be involved in ranging markets and so on. All right, finally I can see that the price broke this level here, and actually we just missed a trade here after this candle, because you can see that the previous candles that made a retouch into this zone was with huge candles with a lot of pressure from the downside. But after this candle here, this is a really good sign of the continuation of the trend to the downside. So now after this candle we are involved into this sell position, which was closed to break even because our position got to 1-to-1, and this was another fake out here because the price tried to break the level but couldn't be sustained to the downside. Okay, let's see what the US market will bring us. Okay, so this is the candle of the US market opening, and after this nice bearish momentum candle here, we are going to place another short position, because this time we can see some more momentum to the downside that can sustain our new, maybe established trend. All right, we are still in the position, and the 1-to-1 was it here, so our break even, our stop loss is on break even, and now we have to look for a target for our position. And as you can see here on the left, we can see a lot of rejections from this zone, so this should be quite a good zone for our target. So we are going to set our target at 2-to-1, and let's see what will happen next. But unfortunately the next candle got us out with a break-even position. Okay, another volatility, huge volatility candle specific to the US market opening, and after that the price reached the level that we were targeting previously. Okay, finally, after hitting that zone, the price is trying to reverse, so let's see if we may get a sell position or a buy position here. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know what actually happened here. Okay, I would like for the price to just have a more established trend in order to take the positions, because here you can see that we may have a short right here in this zone, but I can see that there is a lot of pressure from the downside, so I wouldn't like to be involved in this kind of trades. All right. After this candle here, I would definitely try to open a buy position, because I can see that the price was struggling to break the level to the downside. It couldn't be sustained, and after that we can see a really nice cross to the upside of these EMAs here. So we are going to open a buy position, and let's see how our position will play out. So the next candle took our 1-to-1, so from this moment we are having our stop loss on break even, and let's see how the price will react on this zone here. I was expecting for the price to just find some resistance in this zone, but we can already trail some some profit for our position. So our position got to 3 to 1, so the stop loss will be to 1.5 to 1 due to the rule of the trailing of 1.5 to 1. And we've got a plus 0.5% for this trade here, because again 0.75% right here, due to the fact again because we are using 0.5% risk per trade, and this was a 1.5 to 1 reward to risk ratio trade. So we are going to leave it right here, and let's see if we are going to get another entries. All right. So we have actually another entry position here. We can see that after trying to break this zone here that was a concern for our uptrend, the price started to go impulsively to the downside. So now we are going to open a short position here. The EMAs are almost close to the downside, but we are not going to wait for them until they will be crossed, because we are going to lose a lot of our position if we are waiting for that. All right, so the position hit on 1 to 1, so our stop loss is on break even, and the next candle got us out with a break-even position. All right. Now let's just scroll until the next day, and let's see the next movements. Wow, I can see here that there was a huge gap between the price of the closing price of the 4th March and the opening price of the 7th March, but this is behavior of the US market, of the US30 pair. So when you are trading US30, I strongly recommend you to not leave your positions over the weekend, because a lot of the times the price is opening in a strongly different position from the closing price of the Friday. So if you want to avoid this kind of gaps, try to never lift your position over the weekend. Of course, if you are a swing trader, you can just leave them. But if you are holding positions for weeks, but if you are trading if you are a swing trader but not trading for a huge period of time, I really recommend you to not leave your positions opened on US30 over the weekend, because gaps are happening. All right, so let's see what is the new week bringing to our trading day. So for the moment we have nothing established here. Okay, the price is trying to maintain its upside momentum, but we have to just scroll a little bit to the 4 hours time frame in order to see the actual trend. I am going to just delete these callouts here in order for us to see a clear picture of our current position of the market. So we can see here that the price was strongly going to the downside on a higher time frame, and now is just ranging in this box here. So we expect for the price to just continue to range in this zone for some time. All right, I will just unmark this zone now here in order to see a clear image. And now after this candle here, after this candle here, we are going to open another buy position. and let's see how our position will play out. But unfortunately we were involved in another ranging position here, and this was a loss of minus 0.5%. Okay, and let's see what will bring to us the next candles. The price is still ranging in this zone, so nothing clear for the moment. And unfortunately we were not involved in this sell here, but I can see that it wouldn't be a sustainable one because the price find some support here, and is trying to push the price to the downside, and finally the level was broken. So from this moment we would be really interested into sell positions if we are going to get any signals here. All right, so for the moment I can see that the price find here some resistance in this zone, and we have formed a double top. The price also was rejected from this zone here, so actually after this candle we can be involved into a sell position, because we can see a lot of signals of the continuation of the downside trend. And actually yes, we are into this sell position, and the one-to-one was hit. So from this moment again our stop loss will be on the break-even position. We have no more risk on the table, so let's continue. And unfortunately the next candle got us out with a break-even position. All right, let's see the next candles. For the moment we are not going to open any trade in this zone, but actually after this candle we would be interested into a sell position, because our cross is still made to the downside, and we are seeing here some clear signs of a strong resistance for the price. So after this candle we would be involved into another sell position, which actually hit the one-to-one. It hit the one-to-one and was closed to break even, but this kind of break evens are keeping us away from this kind of ranges, so it's better to just trail your stop loss as soon as possible, because otherwise you expose too much of your capital on ranging positions. All right, we've got another trade here, and we are going to take it due to many reasons. So first of all, after this these candles here that was trying to go to the downside but in a descending fashion, we are going to just take this position, because I can see here that the price finds some support in this zone. The buyers are coming into the market, and we expect for the price to go to the upside from now, and this is what actually happened here. So first of all, the one-to-one was already hit. Our stop loss is on break even, and our final target for this position will be around this zone here, because as you can remember, we can see here this zone that held a lot of times in the previous time. Also, we are going to trailing this stop loss of our position with the 1.5 to 1 rule. So this position got to 2.5 to 1, so our stop loss will be now at 1 to 1, and our target of course will be at 3 to 1. So our final target at 3 to 1 was hit, and we are going to add our profit here. So a 3-to-1 with a 0.5% risk per trade will be a plus 1.5% trade. All right, let's see how the price will react on this zone here. The price was trying to break the level, and actually it did. All right, let me just delete this this call out here in order to have a clear image, and let's see how the price will actually react on this zone. All right, so again the price found some resistance here, but after that we can see that the price broke this time really nice this level with some bullish candles without any wicks from the upside. So now I'm going to set another buy position with a stop loss just below the zone, and the stop loss of 50 points. And let's see what will happen next. All right, so first of all, this candle here hit the 1-to-1 level. So from this moment, we have no more risk on the table, and we have to just check a higher time frame now in order to see what should be our target. And as you can see here, the price is trying to fill this gap here that I was telling you about. This gap formed in the market opening of the Monday. All right. So now we are going to set our target for this position, this time considering this zone here. So our target will be around 4-to-1. You can just set it higher, but I'm going to stay humble and take only the 4-to-1 here, because I am not sure where in this zone the price will find the resistance. So I wouldn't like to set my take profit above this zone, because it may be never reached actually. All right, more than that, now we are going also to trail our stop loss. So this position got to 2.5-to-1 now. So from this moment, our stop loss is at 1-to-1. I will mark this zone right here. It will be right like that. So if our stop loss will be hit, we are going to take plus 1% for this trade. And if our take profit will be hit, we didn't get anything with our target, because as I previously told you, we never know where in that zone the price will actually find resistance. And unfortunately I set this time out my target a bit too high. So now our position was out with plus 1% here. Okay, so I can see that YouTube is telling me that my connection is lagging. If you see that this connection is lagging, please write me in the chat, because I will try to just make the internet connection better. Hey Mr. Bazooka, today I am backtesting the US30 strategy that I am using on the My Forex Funds account. But I can see now that there is a lag with my connection. If you can confirm that, I will just try to make some improvements here. All right, so it's really laggy. Thank you. For the moment, I will just stop the stream, because I have to make some improvements, And for those who stayed until here, thank you very much for watching. And if the connection will still be not so fine, this will be the backtesting session from today. So again, thank you for watching. I will try to come back, and if it's not possible, see you in our next videos. And of course, until then, trade safe and trust the process.